Oh, there's going to be a lot of bad Russian accents in this movie. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, first trailer for Black Widow coming out next year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited for this. I'm very excited for what it could be, and what it looks like based on the trailer is very much in line in terms of what I kind of hope the movie is. And that doesn't happen to me very often, kind of on two levels. The first is I generally try to avoid having at least an overly specific idea of what I want something to be, because I know the more firm an idea I have of what I wish it was, the more it's going to let me down when it inevitably isn't that, because I almost never end up getting something that is, if I let my brain go that place and think, oh, I hope it's this, I almost never get it. And at least so far, it's veering in the direction of being what I want. So what is it that I want out of this? I want a spy movie. I want an espionage movie. I want minimal, if not non-existent superpowers. Like, super skilled people, sure, Hawkeye, Natasha, they have skills in excess of what a normal human being would be able to pull off. But, I don't want the superpowers in this. I don't want the world to be threatened. I want this to be a smaller scale, more personal story to the characters. Because, honestly, the Avengers, what happened in that movie, and Black Widow and Natasha getting involved with that should have been the biggest thing she'd ever been a part of up to that point, in terms of scale, size of threat, etc. So I don't want to see a prequel, because this is a prequel, that establishes that is the kind of thing she's dealt with before. And this doesn't look like that. Because this is bringing it down to personal level and having her encounter and reconnect with people from Russia, from the former Soviet Union, that are a family she has left behind. And that's the kind of setup you use to do a story that has stakes that are personal rather than global. Instead of going for a big threat that's going to destroy everything, you go for a direct personal threat that means something to her. And that's what I want out of this. I want a spy story that's personal. And looking at this, I think I might get it. Now, I'm only going to acknowledge this briefly and then move on from it. Right now, in this moment, the sort of complicated frustration I've had in the last year or so, year or two, year and a half, I guess, with Scarlett Johansson in general, isn't dampening my enthusiasm, which is good, because as much as she has kind of frustrated me, in terms of some stuff she's done with projects and some things that she said in the last, year and a bit, I don't think she's a bad person. So it's not a situation like I can't watch a movie with Kevin Spacey right now, and I hope maybe I can again one day, but I can't right now. So I really hoped it was going to be anything like that, because it's comparison isn't even there. I'm just frustrated with her, but that doesn't seem to be entering into the case, which is a relief, because I was looking forward to this movie and I didn't feel any of that baggage watching this. And also, it's worth noting that didn't really enter into when I saw Endgame either. But then again, she was a part of a whole. It wasn't about her in that. So I didn't know if I could count on that as a test bubble. And now I'm going to get a whole bunch of people asking for details on why I'm annoyed and frustrated with her. I'm not going to get into it. It's not worth it for me. Just moving on. I've already spent too much time talking about that. So, I forgot some of the other people who were going to be in this. I forgot Rachel Weisz was going to be in this. And I like her a lot. I pretty much always like her. I didn't realize David Hayter's in this. That made me happy. Just this, with the beard and this big enthusiasm that he's just got. Oh, that was good. That was fun to see. I really enjoyed that. And it's kind of ironic given that he spent a fair chunk of Stranger Things season 3 picking on and making fun of a Russian guy, and now he's playing a Russian guy. I don't know. I kind of get enjoyment out of that. I'll tell you what was really cool. What made me go, oh, was Natasha facing off against the other woman who she calls sister. I assume it to be metaphorical. I don't think any of these people are blood related, but you've got the two of them, and they come, into a doorway in perfect time, in perfect sync, exact same method of holding a gun, and then they basically start mirror fighting. They start doing the exact same moves on each other. Like, they both go for the other's gun, and now, they took the other's gun and lost their gun to the other, so they're right back where they started. I love watching them completely mirror each other in terms of what they were doing in the fight. And for as much as these people have the same training, they're on even ground on the battlefield, is kind of a cliche in terms of action movies, especially anything that, where there's a direct one-on-one rival going on. For as much as I've heard that nonsense to death, I don't think I've ever seen a literal mirroring of fight moves like this. It was so cool. And it makes me excited, not just because that looked cool, but that's inventive. Like I said, I'm not going to say definitively that's never been done before, but I've never seen that before. And seeing an action scene that inventive, that makes me go, oh, what else are they going to come up with? That's the kind of stuff that can get me excited. It can be tough to get me excited for action scenes. My feelings about action scenes are not dissimilar to my feelings about, like, say, horror movies. I'm really picky, but when I love something, it can blow me away. When action scenes truly knock me out of the water, like, they will stick with me forever. Like, I don't love the movie Atomic Blonde. I don't think it's all that great. But holy crap, the fight that spans across the apartment and the way that fight goes down, wow. So many of the action scenes in Mad Max Fury Road, John Wick, duh. But sometimes an action scene can just get me, and I'm like, yes! And it does take something special. Because most action scenes I'll enjoy, but they don't, like, leave a lasting impact. And it's why, while I can enjoy an action movie, I kind of need it to be more than that. I need to have a decent plot, good characters, something else going on other than just, hey, action. Kind of like I can't watch a horror movie for, hey, look at the gore. Like, no, that's not enough. But that's a really inventive action scene. And it kind of makes me, like, cross my fingers and hope. Yeah. You folks know me. I'm nitpicky. I'm nitpicky as heck, and my brain zeroes in on what could go wrong. I just saw a whole bunch of stuff I really liked. That really made me excited. I guess the only concern for me is, like, I hope they don't try to overly tie it into stuff that we know about the MCU. Kind of like how they did not need to cover Nick Fury losing his eye, but they stuck it into Captain Marvel, and that connection didn't need to be made. And I kind of hope they don't cover Budapest, which got alluded to, but between Clint and Natasha, I don't want to find out. Like, I don't want them to make connections. The connection is Black Widow. It's Natasha. It's her. I don't need a ton of other stuff to interlink that's been referenced. So just don't do that. I guess that's about the only thing that I'm worried about that I think they might do. And even that's not like a massive fear. It's not like that would ruin the film for me if they do that. I just hope they don't, because they don't need to. It's kind of gimmicky. It's not necessary. Just give me a good spy story and some cool action. And it's hard to know how good the story is going to be, and spy stories can get over convoluted and trip over themselves. Again, Atomic Blonde. But the bits and glimpses I'm getting here, the scale, the action, the characters, the glimpses that I'm getting, this is all good stuff. I'm surprisingly excited for this. Not that I wasn't excited before, but I'm excited right now at a level that is surprising me a little bit. Yeah. Black Widow trailer. What'd you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Bunch of other stuff to do. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and other socials. Support me on Patreon. Whoa, wouldn't that be amazing? All that stuff you can do. Or you also don't have to, because at the end of the day, you're the council. I'm just running the meetings. And until next time, this council is adjourned.